number one question I get asked is, so how do I run a team coaching session? This is your go-to guide. So what's the purpose of the session? My responsibility, and I'm working with Louise today. We're here to hold the space for you, to really challenge you around your thinking. In this particular session, I'm going to be taking a lead. Louise is going to be doing some observation and letting us know where we're up to. Who would like to be the timekeeper on this particular conversation? Who's going to be taking notes on behalf of the team? Who's going to be also being an observer, depending on how big your team is, right? Like, it's that sort of thing. You now have that. So, okay, we're going to open the session up. Timekeeper, let's set the time for 90 minutes, see how we go. I will be, because I'm leading this session, I'll be asking for input from everybody as we're going to see how we're tracking. So please, timekeeper, be ready to share where we're up to. Louise, are you ready to go? All of that type of stuff, right? So what is today's session? The last time we got together, we were going to talk about meeting cadence. Is that still the same for today? No, it's not. Okay, so what are we going to be talking about instead? Can we achieve that in 90 minutes? Maybe not. Maybe we can only do half of that today. So really what we need to know is meeting cadence for this team over the next 6 months. That's what we're going to talk about and get an internal process in place. So in my head, I'm going, okay, Louise and I have prepped beforehand, and we have looked at, okay, the Perel model and or internal processes. What are some of those great questions that we could be asking the team now, right? To understand the system, or maybe we need some context so that we can be a part of the conversation. So what are your stakeholders expecting of you? How often can you actually physically be in here? Do you have your meeting schedule already defined? And we're just talking about what's actually happening in the room. As the conversation's unfolding, then it may be, actually, we just don't do what we say we're going to do. We've got a structure in place that works really well, but actually our commitments to making it work well are low. We're now in redefinition. Okay, so is that what we're going to talk about? Timekeeper? Oh, we got 20 minutes left. Is that achievable in the time? What happens if we don't get that issue started? Or should we do that in the next session? Well, it sounds like we've had kind of a shift on our commitments to each other. Like, since we only have 15 minutes left, what are people actually committing to between now and the next time that we get together as a small experiment, right? Alternative ways forward. So as a next step, what are we going to do between now and the next time we get together? Wrapping the meeting. Thank you so much. We're done. Recontracting, although it's number 9, can be done at any time. It's like the leadership thing. Does that make sense about how literally it looks almost exactly like how I would do a one-on-one session, but it's in a context of everybody.